Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. It's great to be here, and I'll tell you, it couldn't be any more exciting than what we're seeing out across Pennsylvania. As you know, when we started, they said this was not going to be a race. And now we're into our 14th month. We got about a week to go, and this race couldn't be any tighter. I keep telling everybody, listen, if there's one thing we know, is that the polls can't get Pennsylvania right. I was talking to actually Jim Acosta from CNN, and we were having this very conversation. He said, the polls have that you're down so much, and I said, listen, if you believe the polls, you're going to be wrong again. What is it that you don't understand about Pennsylvania? And I said, I'm going to tell you why the polls are so wrong. Especially like in the northeastern Pennsylvania, in a coal country, you had to be a Democrat or you didn't get a job. Because of the unions, because of just the industry, everybody was a Democrat. I was a Democrat. My father was a Democrat. My grandparents were a Democrat. Everybody was. But they were JFK Democrats. They weren't the Democrats that we see today. And if those folks could come back and were alive today, they would never be Democrats. JFK wouldn't be a Democrat. What happened is that Democrat Party kept shifting further and further and further left. And there are a lot of people I know that are Democrats. They're just not going to change their registration because they're afraid their grandparents will roll over in their grave if they switch to Republican. But then they go in that voting booth, they look around and make sure nobody's looking at them. That's how Donald Trump became president.
Right. Yay!
And I took like a different road. Most of my political career, I took a different road. The only reason I ran for mayor was I didn't like the politics in Hazleton, and I wanted to change it. There was always fighting between the mayor and council, and I thought government should run like a business. They told me that that's not the way government works, so I got mad and became mayor. While I was there, and I was a mayor of a Democrat town now. It was a 2-to-1 Democrat registration, and they said that a Republican could never be mayor here. So I won by a 2-to-1 margin. And in my second term, I won by a 4-to-1 margin. In my third term, I won with 90% of the vote of a city that is 2-to-1 Democrat. So then when I had to deal with a problem in Hazleton that I didn't expect to deal with, the problem of illegal immigration, who knew we were 2,000 miles away from the border. Nobody in the country was dealing with the issue. So I stood up and wanted to do something about it. I realized how broken Washington was, that the problem that I had to deal with was a problem that was created by people in Washington not doing what they should be doing, not standing up for the American people. So when I decided to run for Congress, they said I was out of my mind. This was a 2-to-1 district in the coal region with a Democrat who had been there for 26 years. I think we had like 3 Republicans in 50 years ever run for Congress there. So we ran and we beat them. So I know how to beat Democrats. So.